check. How we sounding? Pretty good? Alright, let's get it then. I'd like to kick this thing off with a little disclaimer. Beats this hard make the others look lamer. So before you box me in with the other no-namers, just know I'll bust the top off of every container. I've been talking the flex since Lil Nas got his ex. No pill poppin' or sex, I'm here to rock nothing less. I'm at the top of the crest, I will not stop, never rest. If you ain't bought and invest, I'm beyond Carter the best. Know the cost and I'm locked in, and costing a boss with a posse of top tens. Hotter than Austin, hip-hopper like Hobson. Stuck in your noodle, that's Maruchan top ramen. I'm all in, I got you redder than roses. Yo, I'm dropping explosives and I notice his flow sticks up in your psychosis. I post this in moments, it's vogue, it's in focus. This opus is Apotheosis.
Let's go, kids!
If I'm about to be deified, I'll give you the peace of mind. Rap is getting redefined, I'll change the world, that's isekai. I supply the reason rhymes, heathens neither read nor write. They're hungry trying to eat a bite, they need some wine or piece of pie. Sink or fly, seek the sky, he's the kind to free your mind. Read a line, he's divine, Brennan's getting deified, let's go. I'm known for saying words loudly, proudly, and rappers listen to them devoutly. Haters wanna come round me, saying they ain't about me. Then they hear me announce and integrate just like Cowshy. I'm mousy, I'm bouncy, I'm pouncing, I'm lousy, little grouchy, so drowsy, and they wanna renounce me. Discount me, denounce me, turn me in for a bounty to tout me. But now see, ain't nobody can trounce me on. It's nice to know I'll be immortalized, quite unlike before when I would see the world through mortal eyes. I won't lie, I still cry blue on the regular Mordecai. Don't deny, no surprise, this game is harsh like Lord of Flies. Poltergeist on the mic, I might make them roll their eyes open wide. No disguise, I'm known for prose as cold as ice. When you say I ain't as hard as rocks needing Narcan, makes me wanna pop the top off the pop can. When I mix the tom and saw like a con man, I let the beat swing through your brain like it's Tarzan. See the critics talking the hate, hit the alt tab. Sick of rappers acting irate, call that all gab. Aw snap, gonna get down cause you're an old bad. So sad, these younger rappers just got the gonads. Go mad, need to evolve just like a low tad. You'll go bad, now hit the road just like a nomad. My flow's rad, I give foes a toe tag. Never blow back, I'm Bo Rat with no dad. Make a bro glad, I'm a dose of Prozac. And it's known fact, I'm a pro with the vocab. People like to interview, asking if I study the dictionary just to get a clue. Nah, dude, I just paid attention back in middle school. I did a cool 180 from the ridicule. Now I'm at the pinnacle, laughing at the pitiful, lapping in the kiddie pool, acting really cynical, acting inhospitable to others on the pedestal. My topics are pivotal, my content is seminal. Several critics tell me that my stuff is preferable. I get the emeralds, diamonds, and jewels, sing with angels and hit new angles. I don't tiger, no, I never bangle, I never bungle. I get the hottest angles, your rhymes are mangled. I'm a star, I'm spangled. Kick your cankles and get the bankrolls. Guess I'll be rapping for eternity. You're burning me, you're burdened with learning. It's that's a certainty. I cut it up like surgery. Your copycats, your perjury. I murder any burglary. I don't let up the fervency. I do it all concurrently. I do not need the currency. I keep flowing like turpentine. Twist around you serpentine. I spit divine emergencies and get you hype as Circle Teen. Every now and then I get a little down again, accounting for the mounting sense of drowning existential dread. I'm pouting to my friends again. The pounding in my head has been a clouding and a shrouding presence, lingering and festering, wrestling my head again. I'm pestering my best of friends, they're lessening the pestilence, but sickness is the best defense against the questions questing to malinger my whole mental sense of imminence, when evidence suggests that I'm not heaven sent. I'm just a gent who thinks too highly of himself. Put me high up on the shelf, but I'll still die like all the elves. Wish I were high like all the elves, living high among the elms, never dying, never crying, just abiding in our realms. So I've been writing hymns, so I can fight the spins that I get when my body's lacking vital vitamins. And it reminds me that my timely time is coming in, and my demise will be the final time that I can wisely grin. So I surmise that writing rhymes will help me try to live again. In the minds of all my friends and in websites where I get clicks, but I'm convinced that it's a blitz and I'm a blip against reality, a blink against a galaxy that'll sink in its own gravity and casually collapse when it relapses to its malady. We lack the basic tapestry, we snap to break our apathy, we sag into calamity, we're dragged into the cavity, we sink beyond the brink as we encapsulate catastrophe. I think of this whole fallacy and wonder why I linger. How can I fight the endless night when I can't lift a finger? Why should I try to never die and write another single when we're on a dinky planet and our star will never mingle? When I crinkle up another sheet, my nose will start to wrinkle. I'll chip my way out of the salt, I'll break out of the Pringle. If I can sprinkle joy into a life that isn't fickle, if I've got a gift then I should share it, call me Kris Kringle. So before we wrap it up like a spring roll, let's raise the shingles and get sprightly like Tangle. Try to fight off the sinkholes, trying to bite all our end goals, our ankles before death. out gets us all tangled. So bring out the bangles, yo, I'm ready to dance, ready to ascend past anyone speaking in chants. I'm not entranced, there's not a chance, I'm leaving the past, ready to live with the immortals, no one's saying I can't. Ready to live with demigods, apathy and Achilles. I'm half king, half god, like I'm Queen Nefertiti. Float along on every song, powered by Archimedes. And I'm born to be a star, like I'm up in the Pleiades. So I entreaty the deities to get my name out on CDs. And as a pleading for fealty, they tell me that I'm too greedy. I'm mediocre at best, clearly over-obsessed. Don't need to over-invest in someone over the crest. I need to grow to be blessed, to get to go and no gas. To the gods will be caught in havoc, no time to rest. But here we'll throw in some stress, add a little duress. Cause a test is always best for those who seek to impress. Please confess, when I stress, I depress all the rest. Cause I wrest success from the pissed and the pest. Express verbal excess, speaking with my chest. And unless up next is a nest of insects, I'm the buzz bringer, buzzer beater, busted up the set. So how you gonna put me down? How you gonna put me out? They looked down and said, I guess you'll find out. So the gods cast me back down to the planet, feeling manic, but don't panic, cause there's no point being frantic. Almost had it, thought I had the rap enchantment in my talons, but it vanished, perished on the transatlantic like Titanic. Now I feel the static buzzing in my head under the cowlick. Feel erratic and emphatic, isomatic with the antic, but I know my talent cannot shatter underneath the mallet. So I get semantic, chatter out an oath like Hippocratic. I vow to be the best that I can be, to make the most of the choices that my parents gave me, to do my part, contribute back to society, and try to see if I can be the one they're granting piety. And finally, with these words written in the ether, I stood up to start, got no time to take a breather. I pushed open my door and I looked out at the sunrise. I surmised that it's time, I'ma need some allies. So I reached out to my friends and my kin, to the ones I know who've written rhymes time and again. But to my chagrin, looked at me and they turned their chin, told me you'll never win. Brennan, you're not musical, you're STEM. But my brother said, man, I don't know, I think you got it. We've been rapping since R.E.M. Smith and the Chronic. You've been making up songs since you were still in bonnets, writing sonnets in the gauntlet since Wallace and Gromit. So I extended my calling, but he's shaking his mullet. Said, sorry dog, I'm not the one to take on that bullet. I'm remiss not to mull it, over push it or pull it, but I'm not the one to make raps out of my gullet. So I retreat, but don't admit defeat. He didn't say I couldn't do it, just that he wouldn't be my feet. Now I gotta move my feet if I'm gonna do this feat. So I sit down in my seat and I grab a blank sheet. Months pass and I'm writing and writing. I'm trying and finding that it's fine when I'm reciting, but what's less exciting is I'm writing without a beat. I'm in my seat freestyling to a song and repeat. I'm inviting all my friends to shoot their shot on road trips, but their road glyphs are so blitzed I've lost my focus. I'm not even hopeless, cause the goal's been so eclipsed of Helios. There's no glance, just nodes on post-its. What's happened to Apotheosis? Where is it gone? I'm in the desert roaming aimlessly like a vagabond. Yo, I need a prognosis, I need to respawn till I stumble along and meet this lonesome dude named John.
What up, I'm John.
Join me, he said, and trek up to the summit. I've heard that there's a site to see if you can get above it. I've heard you freestyling and I've done some myself. Let's share freely our writings as we try not to plummet. The path was slick and icy, soon the sky turned dark, but we were both feeling hypey from the hip-hop spark. So we didn't balk, finished out what we had embarked, and on the mark, reached the peak, put our feet in park. The summit was an amphitheater, a cathedral of gold. At the end, a regal portal of a delicate mold. Feeling cold, we both harked when a red light shone on high from the heavens, and our fate was foretold. Who heeds the call of the hook? Oh, the fish that gets its wish is often cooked. Oh, one will take the bait, the other will taste the brook. If you pick the brittle bone, then take a second look. Oh, young rappers, you've much to see, but your skills can surely blossom like a mustard seed. So come with me, I've got someone you must defeat. You'll find your trustee in custody. We bustled through the portal, both buzzing bees, high as can be, hustling through the rustle of leaves, and suddenly from the trees a muscular fiend as the dust recedes, standing so huskily. He said, lucky me, welcome to Tuscany. A bag slipped over my head and he bludgeoned me. When I awoke, choked a gas from a raspy throat, heard a rusty note, looked askance at the massive blow, caught a backstroke to the chin, not a glancing blow. With a dastardly grin, he said he had to know. We caught these two measly little antelopes, gallivanting through our woods, through the lands we own. As sure as the stars shine from Casio, we don't stand for no chicanery inside a rope. So we'll have to shake you up like a can of Coke. He said, looking a little bit manical. I was sure he'd turn me into a casserole when he pulled out what was surely my ransom note. You're a handsome bloke, we'll send you back nice and new. But we got a little test that we like to do. It's tried and true, never fails to guide us through. So if I were you, I'd listen to our pirates crew. Your friend was taken off to the ICU, and if you don't play our way, you'll see the high seas too. So unless you wanna face that icy blue, I might suggest you stay, don't try to move. I swallowed all of this like some spicy food. He solemnly unfolded and my eyes were glued. Maybe if he kills me now, I'll rise anew. He looked down at the sheet inscribed in runes. We'll test your metal with a little rap battle. Brew a kettle with your spittle if you try to back paddle. We got several little riddles written in our native prattle, and if that'll feed you kibble, you'll get back up in the saddle. But if you diddle daddle or if you tittle tattle, we'll gift you to quest some cattle shirts feeding kitties cattle. So you better pitter patter, enough of all this chitter chatter stutter, and you'll get dismantled. It don't matter if you're rattle, little chattel, let's do battle. I had to blink back my surprise. I didn't think that speaking raps might keep me alive. He leaned his seat back, sheet tapping onto his thighs. I gave a weak laugh, said, yeah, I'll play with you guys. Now let me recap, I'll give you some feedback. And if I can speak fast, you promise to retract. You and all your C lads, have you saying egads. We won't need a rematch, hope you brought your knee pads, cause I'll have you kneeling to me. He said, we'll see, roam from sea to the sea. Crushing weaky MCs, they stood me out of my seat. They dressed me reasonably, they led me out to the beach, and we proceeded to freak. I fought the crew midnight to noon for several fortnights. These pirates dueled as the fire was fueled. Onlookers admired our feud as the fight subdued. Decided to retire our tude. Said it's a travel way we move, and we're hiring some dudes. We've no rivalry with you if you wanna join our crew. And yes, all the limeys rhyming, so I joined the swabbies. And as a home hobby, they became Hakeem Wasabis. We had many tales out on those backwaters. Met a DJ in a wild pack of Jaguars. Met an artist wrestling golems and driving fast cars. And a videographer emerged from a fireball. After all, we went back to the Pirates Cove. As luck would have it, met Athena out on the road. I told her of the trails and rivers that I had roamed, the battles that I prevailed, the dreams that I had sowed. She said that she had known I went bravely and with wisdom, and that I'd have her blessing when next I saw our kingdom. It was time to head home. Knew that I had missed him, so I waved my crew along, watched them sail away distant. When I stepped down off of my Quinjet, I saw my whole family, the complete quintet. After we caught up, my brother looked at me with intent, said, man, I think that it's time for your kismet. You've been through the desert, you've wandered like Moses. I think now it's time for your apotheosis. He took me to the altar, he pointed to the sky. He said, do not falter, bring your music on high. I hiked up to the peak in front of the Pantheon. I told them on my track, a stumbling vagabond. I told them of the pirates and sailing to Avalon. Said of one more song to share and then I can't be gone. I said I took it on, I took up the onus. I wrote for days long, composing this opus. The one song I need to get higher than the POTUS. I present it now before you, my song. Apotheosis, June 2024.